How do I improve confidence in my sales calls? That's the subject I'm going to be tackling today, and something new that Nick and I are working on with this new year. So first of all, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. Recently, we did a survey and over 800 wedding filmmakers filled it out. And one of the things we said is ask us a question that you would want to hear on the podcast. And Nick and I talked back and forth, and we really like the idea of a shorter form podcast once a week, later in the week, in addition to our regular How to Film Weddings podcast, where we just answer one of your questions. And I love the format of it. It gives us the ability to answer you right where you're at and give you something in a little bit shorter of a form that you can have for later in your week. And hopefully it will help you. And if you want to submit a question, you can go to howtofilmweddings.com/survey, and we'll be able to have you fill that out. And there's a spot there for you to ask your questions. So today's question: how do I improve confidence in my sales call? That's what we're going to be diving into. But first, I wanted to mention, since it's January, that our Mastermind Class of 2024 is upon us. We're going to be opening the doors at the end of January to join our year-long program where we meet weekly, one time a week via Zoom. We have a guest speaker about one time every month. And then at the end of the year, we do an in-person retreat. It's a very in-depth growth program. If you are in your business and you're plateaued and you're wanting to take it to the next level, check out howtofilmweddings.com/mastermind. There's going to be a lot of details coming up about that, but it is 200 plus people have gone through it so far, and it has really created some life change for people in their business. So now that I've explained what this is, I've talked about our mastermind group, I want to talk about how do we improve confidence in our sales calls? And I think the person asking this question was asking, their consultation calls, their discovery calls, Zoom calls. And I wanted to start out this answer with where I think most people get it wrong. And the first bullet point that I wrote down is that most people just have a short-term mindset. They're just thinking about today. They're just thinking about, I need money right now. And whenever you might not know it, but whenever you're being sold to by a good salesman, you actually like the product. You want to buy the product. You're happy to spend the money on the product. But whenever you're working with somebody that has a short-term mindset, you feel icky. You feel like you need to take a bath. You feel gross after talking to them. A lot of times this would be, your stereotypical old-time 1980s used car dealers just trying to sell you something short-term, just get your money and move on. And if that's what you feel like coming into a call with a short-term mindset, you're going to come across in a way that's not going to be attractive to your ideal buyers. Instead, you can change that mindset, and we'll talk about that in a second, on how you can serve them so well that they're excited to buy from you. And the second thing I think that most people get it wrong, bullet point number 2, is they're focused only on one party winning, and that's usually themselves. And so if you're looking at sales and you're just thinking, how can I make money today short term, and how can I be the one that wins? I don't want to get the short end of the stick. Those are where you're going to get it wrong. And the question, how do I improve confidence in my sales calls? The first bullet point under building confidence, I think so, is that you need to love what you're selling. If you're just selling something just to sell it, if you're not enthused about it, if you're not excited about it, the couple is going to be able to tell that you're not really into it. They're going to be able to tell that you don't love what you're selling. And if you're not enthused about it, they're not going to be enthused about it. Number 2, you need to listen to people and actually care about their pain points. A lot of us have a script. We walk through it. It's very robotic. Instead of taking the time to listen to people and actually care about their pain points. I was just recently working with a couple, and I take time in my call to say, well, tell me what you're going to use your wedding video for. Why do you care about a wedding video? Let me know what it is that you stood out to you, or what you're seeing with other videographers that makes it seem different with my work. I'm listening to their pain points, And then I'm actually caring about it. Maybe they say, voices are really important. I really want to see my grandma on screen. I want to show my great grandkids what their great grandparents' wedding was, or whatever it is. When you listen to people and actually care about their pain points, you're going to come across as genuine and kind and not trying to just sell them something. Number 3, you need to put their needs above your needs. And a lot of us are thinking, how can we get that sale? And instead, or I could probably get them to buy something that they don't need. If you're putting their needs above your needs, you're going to build long-term value with these people, and they're going to refer you further and further. So this is a great way to build confidence, is putting their needs above your needs. The 4th thing is sell to them as if you didn't need the sale, but instead that you're just there to help them. Think about that. If you go into a call and it feels like you really need to get that sale, they're going to feel turned off by that. But if you're confident and you're enthused about what it is that you're selling, and you're not thinking just short term, you're thinking, how can I help and serve this couple with their pain points? And you're not coming across as, I need this sale right now. You're not twisting their arm. There's something about it that allows you to come across. It's all about how you come across, and it builds that confidence in you. It's like, it's not the end of the world if I don't book this thing. I just want to serve these people and show them that I don't need just the sale. I'm looking to see if I'm the right fit for them, and I'm looking to see if I am going to do a good job for them and answer those questions for them. So sell to them as if you don't need the sale. Number 5 is have a plan, like our consultation guide that we have in our shop, but like I have an outline in my mind or on a sheet of paper, next to me of what I want to happen. I want to get to know them first and hear their story and make connections, and then talk about me, and then talk about pain points. And, I have a plan. If you just call them and it's like, hey guys, what's up? And they take control of the consultation, you're not going to come across as confident. And if you're wanting to improve your confidence, you could lay the groundwork for that plan. Having the plan and saying, hey guys, this is going to take about 30 minutes. My goal here isn't to just sell you stuff. I would love to take your money, but more so than that, and why I've been in business for X amount of years and why I have so many happy clients is because I really listen and make sure I'm the right fit. I really listen to make sure that I can provide to you what you're wanting. And so I want to hear about you. I'm going to do that first. I want to hear about you. I want to learn your story. I want to learn why video is important. I can talk a little bit about me, and then we can talk through what it is that I can offer and talk through some prices and packages and things like that. How's that sound? You're laying the groundwork and having a plan. Maybe that's not exactly the plan that you use, but if you're wanting to be confident in your sales calls and you don't have a plan, that's going to be really hard to do. And then lastly, on this little short episode, I was thinking about ways to really build confidence, and that is just practice, getting in repetitions. And whether that's with live real calls or with a buddy of yours, and you can walk through your sales process, or friends of yours that aren't in the wedding industry, and just like talking through and getting those repetitions. And that's going to be huge for you. And I think the last little bit of advice here on how to improve your confidence is that you have to just really embrace the fact that you are not a creepy salesman or saleswoman. You are there as we're in the service industry. You're there to serve, and your job is to help the couple, number one. And you won't always book them, but if that's your North Star and you're just wanting to take care of people, over time in business, you're going to book the right people. You're going to start to build those relationships with the right people, and they're going to refer you more and more people. So those are some of my tips on how to improve your confidence in your sales calls. What do you think about this? Do you like these kinds of short episodes? If you do, I'm asking one small favor. Head over to Instagram at How to Film Weddings and send me a DM and say, I just listened to your episode about confidence building. I want you to do more of these episodes. I want you to do some shorter episodes. These are super helpful. If you don't like them, send me a DM and say, John, you're terrible. Don't do that, please. You can. But anyway, before I head out today, I just want to again remind you of our Mastermind Class of 2024 coming up. Head over to howtofilmweddings.com/mastermind, and you can see testimonials. You can see all about what Mastermind is. Stay tuned for more on that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, we'll see you.